So another tip is that once your body begins to recover, your mind slowly follows. So some good questions to ask yourself would be, what drained me? What responsibilities was I carrying that weren't mine? What parts of myself did I abandon to meet expectations? And this is where joy begins to return quietly. I
All
think
right.
that asking ourselves these questions help us understand how we got to where we are, and that's the beginning of rebuilding, to me at
Very
least.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I think about those questions, I think about, a lot of the time it's always other people's baggage, majority of the time. It's always something we're not supposed to be worrying about, that have nothing to do with us, that somehow we allowed society to make us believe that that is our fault or our business, or when, what I said earlier, that's the people business. Whoever does not understand me, that's their business. That's not my business.
And, and
We've been groomed or programmed to believe that because somebody doesn't like me, oh no, I can't have that. I have to fix that. I don't have to do nothing about it. That's their business. They that so the thing is, the reason why I say that is because, and I don't mean it in terms of I hurt this person. If I hurt somebody and that's why we have friction, that's different, right? If it's because of my actions, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cases where, which majority of the time, you haven't done anything to that person. Whatever you're doing is just being yourself and it doesn't affect them in any way. But for some reason, they just don't like it or they don't like you. And that is okay. Not everybody is for everybody. Maybe y'all were not meant to be friends, and that's okay. We need to stop wanting to be liked by everybody and by people that were not meant to be part of our story. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that, think about those things. Think about where the baggage is actually coming from. Think about, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe this baggage is for that person, and maybe that person was never meant to be a part of my story, and I just took it on
or
because
even
society
though,
told me to.
even maybe at some point they were meant to be part of your story. But remember, sometimes we go through different seasons in life, and the person that was probably in one season, they're not meant to move on to the other season. Maybe in the first season, you were high energy, you didn't have many responsibilities, so you were able to attend to their needs. But that next
Mhm.
season, where you're depleted and you're exhausted and you're irritable, you need to say, I cannot attend to you. So if it's up to the person if they want to not continue that relationship with you, or be under, as we said before, or be understanding of your situation, and
Mhm.
take a step back.
Yeah, and sometimes we need to stop taking everything so personal. Just because like something is going on with somebody doesn't mean that it has anything to do with us, or it's our fault, or they vex with us. Like sometimes if you have a friend, maybe y'all went from talking to every single day and it shifted
Mm-hmm.
to less than that, maybe the person is going through something. It's like we should not automatically assume, oh, she vexed with
So,
me,
yeah.
oh, she why she, like it's, sometimes she just needs space to figure
Yes,
life
and there
out.
are some people, including myself, when I'm going through something, I isolate, because that's how I regulate my nervous system. That's the time I need, right, in order for me to get back to myself. I mean, if you realize that you were speaking to the person every day, and then all of a sudden communication stops, Instead of you just making an assumption, you reach out to the person and say, hey Cassie, how are you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while. And if Cassie is comfortable, she'll say, girl, I'm just going through a lot right now and I feel like I need,
Mhm.
but they don't even call. They just assume, oh, she not reaching out to me. And me, I'm not checking her. She not checking me,
Which
I'm not
is
checking
not
her.
fair.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
not fair.
fair.
And you know
We
what?
are adults. We all go through hard times. So we need to be more understanding. We need to do the mature thing and be more understanding of people's situation. The person cannot always
But
attend to you and your needs.
but you know what that mentality shows? Because sometimes when people do stuff like that, they take it personal. Me, she not calling me, I'm not calling her, and I not. It puts the mirror on them to look at themselves as well. That you created an entire narrative in your mind about a situation that does not exist instead of simply communicating. Instead of just simply communicating. And I feel like it shows you who you are. And
Mm-hmm.
not when I say who you are, I mean the things that you need to work on. So even then, the person doing that should reflect to saying, you know what is in me that's making it so bothersome that this person needs space? Why am I taking that personal when that has nothing to do with me? They
Mm-hmm.
can now reflect. Maybe there is some codependency that's not healthy, right? So in every situation, there's a learning, there's something to learn about yourself.